My name is Bruno Silva, and we're going to have the next session, which is an exclusive launch with Apollo and INTZ. There are two infinite things, the universe and our design to make games. We only have one question on our mind, which is what will be the future of games? And the answer is we will be this future. We have Guilherme Romano from Apollo's Games Lab and João Borges, the head of mobile innovation at INTZ. Hi, Guilherme. Hi, Bruno. Good evening. Thank you for having me. Hi, Bruno. Thank you for having us. It's our pleasure. Go ahead, guys. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Guilherme Romano, and I am the head of production and the head of the Apollo Games Lab. It is amazing to have this opportunity of attending the big festival and sharing this launch with you. Unfortunately, we had results for the Champions League today, but we still have to come here and share this content with you. And everyone wants to know about Apollo Games Lab, INTZ, and why this is important. The Apollo Games Lab is a collaboration with INTZ, and it makes a lot of sense for it to have a game studio within it. We have this collaboration and we have been developing projects that are really innovative for this club. Hi, good evening everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is João, and right now I am the head of innovation and special projects at INTZ, which right now is the biggest esports club in Latin America. And as Bruno was saying, and as Guilherme was saying, people often think, why is the most competitive club in the esports universe is now launching collaborations with new indie games? And this is an interesting question. What we can tell you, and this is why I work in innovation, it is extremely important for us to innovate, and it is extremely important for us to have great relationships with our fan base. And in our research, we found out that people enjoyed not only esports, but also storytelling and conceptual games. And why not doing it at home? Why not using the strength of our brand and all of the talent that is out there with Guillermo's team? So we want to foster better relationships with our community. And that is why we created the Apollo Games Lab. This project is extremely important for us, and we are truly betting on it. Now, the biggest challenge we have right now as a game creator is to represent the INTZ, representing the biggest club in Brazil and Latin America and one of the biggest in the world with a lot of supporters means that we need to bring this high quality into our games. And we are surely aware of that. We're trying to get trained, we're trying to develop our skills because we need to learn a lot. Right now, we are an indie studio, but we could go bigger. That is why we're going through these training processes. And we're going to show you our first and biggest launch at Big. It is in our virtual booth. And you can find it now. It was hidden before because we didn't want to give you spoilers. We're going to talk about this launch after the video. And this is our new game. You could see a glimpse of what Apollo will be. Apollo is our mascot at INTZ, and this is going to be a very challenging game. People are going to throw fits when playing it. We're going to use mechanics based on physics with black holes, for example. Physics will be Apollo's only friend in his challenge of coming back home. We prepared this game in 8 months, and we're going to be releasing it this month. We're going to let you know about our plans for this launch, and we'll have a week of interactions with our influencers. As you could see, we worked with high quality for art. We worked with Mateus, and we also had sound by Gustavo and Vinicius Ducas. We truly invested in these things because we want a simple game that is properly crafted. We don't want anything that is simple but just badly executed. João will be able to share what we expect for this game and how this launch is going to go for the biggest mobile platforms in PC. And let me say something else about INTZ. We're pumped. We've been talking to everyone in our team, everyone we know, our network, to talk about visibility, to talk about this, and discoverability because Apollo is our mascot. He is a part of every communication piece we create. We have it in trainings, we have it in resources, and it is very interesting to see a character, a mascot that we've had all this time for 6 years now being the protagonist of a game. We're all looking forward to this. But let me tell you something. We've never had such a cool launch with our whole network of influencers and streamers, and we're going to have rewards for people who have specific achievements in this game. We're really, really happy, and Romano has more information to share with you. All right. Yes, I do. Let's talk about the other launches we're going to have this year and next year. The Apollo Games Lab truly care about its causes. The next game we're going to see now is being created with some of our biggest partners, for example, the FIAP University, one of the best ones for technology and innovation in Brazil. They have a lot of initiatives with gaming. Now, this game has been created by students only. We want their students to join the workforce, and we know that the gaming industry is extremely competitive. We know that it demands highly qualified professionals, and graduating after having created a game is something really valuable to these students. Not only did they create a game, but they also had mentors and they were able to talk to professionals who have years of experience. But students did it on their own. And the revenue that we get from this game is going directly to COVID-19 relief efforts. We're going to buy oxygen canisters. We're going to help families who are struggling during these tough times. We're going to have help for institutions, and 100% of our profit goes to this cause. We are still developing this game, and of course, we do have some technical flaws because we're talking about students and they are still learning, but they are getting great mentoring. So let's see the launch of this game created by FIAP students.
Olá pessoal, sou Guilherme Estevão, Head de Parcerias e Ecossistemas do Centro
Hi
Universitário
everyone,
FIAP,
my
o
name is
Centro Universitário de
Estevam and I
Tecnologia,
am the
Inovação e
head of
Negócios,
partnerships and
e há três
innovation
anos
at
e
the
meio a gente vem
FIAP.
organizando aí o Autismo Tech, é
Three
um
and a half
projeto que é
years ago,
pautado em
we started
capacitações e hackathons de
Autismo Tech,
inovação, de empoderamento,
a project with
transformação
hackathons
social
for
E, claro,
social
protagonismo da
empowerment,
comunidade
social
neurodiversa. Na
transformation,
primeira
and
edição fizemos um
agency
hackathon
for the
focado no papel
neurodiverse
na segunda
community.
edição
We had
aprendemos
a
muito junto com o
hackathon
autista
at a
pediátrico. O
hospital.
espectro é muito amplo e
Then, in
votamos no
our
modelo
second
e
year,
focamos na
we
inclusão do
saw
impacto do autista no
that
mercado
we
de
had a
trabalho e tivemos a
larger
sorte de, em 2020,
pool
durante a pandemia,
and we
ter o apoio de
decided to
várias
work
empresas
with
que de fato
autistic
estão na
people
vanguarda
in the
dos processos
workforce.
de inclusão com
We
protagonismo no
also
mercado de
worked
trabalho.
with
Lá
businesses
encontramos
that
na
are
segunda
at the
edição o Dinah
vanguard,
Wizard, o
that are
Alex,
pioneers
né,
at this.
representando aí
That's when
uma
we
das
met the
42
Dinah
pessoas que
wizard,
participaram
Alex,
efetivamente do
who was
projeto dentro das
representing one of the
96
42
selecionadas, ou
people who
seja,
were a part
muito
of this
protagonismo de
project
fato
out of
da
96
comunidade.
people who
Nós
were
temos uma
chosen.
comunidade de 2 milhões de pessoas
We see
autistas no Brasil,
agency
sendo
in this community.
85%
We have
delas
2
que
million
estão
people
fora do
who are
mercado de trabalho.
autistic in
E
Brazil,
sendo o Alex que
and
tanto ama as pessoas
85% of
autistas para
them
gerar
are not in the
tecnologia, por
workforce.
artes,
Now,
por
Alex
arte
is in love
cênica,
with
por tantas outras
technology and
carreiras, não só de
art and
tecnologia, a gente
performing
começou a
arts
entender que de
and
fato
many other
estávamos
careers, not
trabalhando
only
no
technology.
protagonismo em,
And we
em
truly
evidenciar a
understood
comunidade
that by
neurodiversa
having this
como
kind
uma
of
força de
initiative,
trabalho que está
we would help
invisibilizada.
these
E
people
um gosto
become
da comunidade
protagonists,
neurodiversa, de
agents,
muitos
and we
autistas que
would
viriam
give
para
them
cá, era
visibility.
jogos, eram
And we
games.
know that
Então
many
a gente foi
people in the
apresentando a importância de
neurodiverse
ter o apoio da
audience
Apollo
love
Games Lab.
games. We truly needed the support from the Apollo Games Lab. This is a talk by Guillermo Estevão. He is the head of partnerships at the FIAP, and this was just a brief introduction. We're going to talk about Dreamland first, and then we're going to talk about the Dinah Wizard. We're going to see a teaser clip as well. But it's very important for us to talk about this cause we are championing with the FIAP. They are pioneers with Tech Autism, this event that happens every year to foster the neurodiverse community. We're going to have three tracks. Number one, games. Number two, Salesforce developer. And then tax and software. We have Vanet, Microsoft, and big tech players. I'm going to take care of the track for games. I'm going to teach 60 hours to the neurodiverse. And we're going to talk about production, attracting investments, fostering partnerships, and closing the deal. This is in line with the causes we want to work on as a studio this year. So, this year in May, we're going to launch Apollo. And potentially by the end of 2021, we'll probably have launched Dreamland, this game to help COVID-19 relief efforts. And then we're going to have the Dino Wizard. Let's see the teaser for Dreamland, and then we're going to hear Marcos speaking. Marcos is a student working on development, and he's going to talk about the biggest challenges they are facing. Let's watch the clip.
Olá, meu nome é Marcos Olanares. Sou estudante de jogos digitais
Hello,
na UFIA.
I'm Marcus Vinicius, and I'm a student at FIAP. I'm working as an art modeler in the project. This is a partnership between Apollo Games and FIAP, and it's a project that is carried out by students, and it's a great opportunity for us to learn and get familiar with the market. It's a great chance to work with the team. The objective is to work and support the fight against COVID-19. Thank you. This is Marco. He was a bit nervous. He spoke extremely fast, as you will have noticed. He was a bit nervous to record a video, but we're working in a partnership with FIAP. And it's great to allow these people to have a voice so that these people can see how the world works. So it's absolutely important that we have Dinah Wizard here so that we can include these people into the job market and also show the job market their capacity, their skills. And we're talking about Dinah Wizard, and he's an autistic artist. He is an autistic artist, and he calls himself Dinah Wizard. Let's hear what he has to say. Um, he'll talk a little bit about the challenges and a little bit about Dinah Wizard. Let's hear what he has to say.
Ah, olá, viajantes.
Hello.
Eu sou Alex, também conhecido
My name is
como
Alex,
Dinah Wizard.
also
Eu
known
sou
as
artista autista,
Dinah Wizard.
animador
I am the
e
autistic
atualmente
artist, I'm
trabalhando
an
no
animator,
desenvolvimento de
and
Blue
I'm
Odyssey.
currently working
Tudo
on
começou
Blue
com o
Odyssey.
Autismo Tech, que é um
Everything started
hackathon
with
de inclusão
Autismo
para
Tech,
pessoas
which is a
autistas e
hackathon to
neurodiversas. Ao
include
longo do evento,
people with
fui
autism
criando
and
conexão
neurodiverse
com
people.
o organizador e amigo
At the event,
Guilherme Estevão,
I
que me
grew closer
apresentou
to
para
Guilherme
Apollo Games
Estevão, one
para
of the
me ajudar
organizers of the
meu
event,
sonho se tornar realidade.
and he introduced me to
Basicamente,
a
meu
studio to
jogo
allow
se
my
trata
dream to
de um
come true.
RPG
So
autobiográfico
my
baseado
game
nos
is a
principais acontecimentos da
autobiographical
minha vida.
RPG game
Por
based
exemplo,
on the main
narrados como
things
uma
that have
aventura
happened in my life,
fantasiosa,
but
onde um jovem
portrayed as a
aprendiz
fantastical
realiza uma
journey
jornada de
where a
autoconhecimento
young apprentice
para então lutar contra
goes
as três
on a
bestas que
self-discovery
derrotaram no
journey,
passado.
and he'll fight the
Bem,
three
pegue seu
beasts
hidromel e
that
venha embarcar nessa
beat him
aventura
in the
cheia de
past.
ação,
So take your
emoção,
mead
repleta
and
de surpresas.
come on this journey full of emotions and mystery, and let's do it.
A gente se vê.
See you around. That's it, guys. So this is Dinah, and it's so important that we have a project with him, that we allow him to show us the world the way he sees it. And as you saw in the teaser, all of the artistic elements that you can see on our exhibit, they're all developed by him and by his sister, Bia. They are the main artists doing the art direction, and we're just supporting them with the production processes and some specific knowledge. So this is what Apollo Games is involved with this year. We have these launches, we have these causes. And there are several ways that we can act, and we're well equipped to really act in these causes alongside FIAP, making use of their support, also helping train these students and neurodiverse people. And it's a great project. And just to wrap up, I wanted to talk a little bit about Apollo in outer space and its launch, how it's going to be working, how we're going to be doing it. We have a few partnerships that are going to be announced soon. And I hope that you enjoy the game. There's a demo that has been made available for you to have a taste of what you're going to have at the actual launch. And we can really make this connection, as João explained, with INTZ and with Apollo Games and the fans. The game is going to be launched on the 14th of May. And the week after that, we're going to have a live stream to announce all of the influencers, all of the athletes, everyone involved. So there'll be a number of broadcasts taking place. And this is a challenging game. And it's really one of those games that you really have to die a number of times before you can actually pass that level. And in INTZ, we really designed a game that no one would get to the end without dying at least 100 times. So you'll really have to be very determined, very driven to get to the end of this game. So we're going to have a mega live stream, and whoever gets to the end of the game first is going to win a LG 43-inch TV. So everyone's going to be watching these influencers because they'll probably be really bending over backwards to win this prize, to win this television, and it's going to be so cool. And we'll be promoting this game. So follow us on social media, Apollo Games, INTZ. And if you don't know INTZ and want to get to know a bit more about us, you can find us on social media as well, INTZ. And then you'll find more information. You'll have more details about the game as well. And the pricing is going to be quite affordable. It's going to be 5 reals on scene. We really believe that it's a game that has good quality, and we thought this was a fair price. So we went for that price, really. So I'm going to wrap up, really. If you have any questions, I'm available. But I'd really like to thank Big Festival, Eric, Gustavo, everyone who really invited us to be here. It was a quick session, but we were able to talk a little bit about INTZ innovations and talk a little bit more about Apollo Games and our studio. So it was a bit rushed, but we made it. Sorry, and I'd like to thank FIAP, our partner, and Stefan mainly for working with the students, and FIAP for really giving courses that allow our collaborators or staff to be trained. And I like to train INTZ, Lucas, João, Alfinha, and the whole organization for believing in me and for making this dream come true. This dream is still true. And I would like to thank you wholeheartedly. I'd like to thank the team. I'd like to thank all of my workmates that embarked on this journey with me, this very challenging journey. We needed to study very hard to be able to launch these games, and we hope that you enjoy them. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my friends and family for giving me all the strength to be able to carry on. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, let me know. All right. So unfortunately, we're out of time, Guilherme, but would like to thank you very much for being here with us, and would like to remind you all that we're going to be here with you until midnight. There's a lot going on, so don't forget to share our links and to tag your friends. Big Festival 2021. Don't forget to like it. We'll have a 5-minute break and we'll be back.
Big Festival 2021, the biggest games festival in Latin America.